In India, millions of students compete every year for a handful of seats in top institutions like IITs and AIMS. These are the gateways to a brighter future, but for many, the dream is out of reach, not because of a lack of talent, but because of a system that balances social justice with merit. This is the story of a reservation versus open merit and why some of the India's brightest minds are losing hope. This video isn't about picking a side, it's about understanding a policy that shapes India's future and asking a critical question: is the reservation system helping or hindering the nation's potential? Let's explore. India's reservation system was born out of a need for justice. After independence in 1947, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the architect of India's constitution, campaigned policies to uplift communities oppressed by centuries of caste discrimination. Scheduled castes, that's the SCs, scheduled tribes, STs, and later other backward classes, OBCs, were granted quotas in education, government jobs, and politics to address historical inequalities. Today, approximately 50% of seats in the government-funded institutions are reserved: 15% for SCs, 7.5% for STs, and 27% for OBCs. In some states like Tamil Nadu, reservation can reach up to 69%. In 2019, a 10% quota for economically weaker sections, that is the EWS, was introduced for general category students from low-income families. The reservation was designed to level the playing field, and it has empowered millions from marginalized communities. But over decades, it sparked heated debate. Critics argue it sometimes overlooks merit and economic realities, while supporters say it's still essential for social equity. To understand the divide, let's look at the data. India's competitive exams are among the toughest in the world. In 2024, over 1.8 lakh students appeared for the JEE Advanced, competing for just 17,000 seats across all IITs. General category students, who make up roughly 50% of the population, compete for about 40% of these seats after accounting for the reservation and EWS quotas. According to a 2023 National Testing Agency report, general category students needed to score in the top 5 to 10% to secure seats in the top tier colleges, while cutoffs for reserved categories were often 20 to 30% lower. For instance, in AIMS Delhi MBBS program, the general category cutoff was around 98 percentile, while SC or SC cutoffs were closer to 80 percentile, and that's a huge margin. A 2021 Ministry of Education report found that 60% of SC/ST seats in IITs were filled by candidates who qualified through relaxed criteria, raising concerns about academic preparedness. In government jobs, a 2022 UPSC report noted that 49% of selected candidates came from the reserved categories, despite them representing about 25 to 30% of applicants. A 2023 survey by Aspiring Minds revealed that 65% of general category students felt demotivated by reservation policies, with many considering opportunities abroad. These numbers highlight a growing tension. Reservation has opened doors for historically disadvantaged groups, but it's also creating frustration among students who feel their hard work is undervalued. So, how does this impact India's talent pool? India is losing talent at an alarming rate. A 2023 report by the Ministry of External Affairs estimated that over 1.5 million Indian students were studying abroad, with countries like the US, Canada, and Australia being the top destinations. Many of these students cite reservation policies as a reason for leaving. In a 2024 survey by Education Times, 58% of high achieving students said they felt the system penalized merit, pushing them to seek opportunities elsewhere. India produced some of the world's best engineers, doctors, and scientists, yet companies like Google, Microsoft, and Tesla often hired Indian talent trained abroad. According to a report in 2022, 68% of IIT graduates who went abroad did not return to India. Brain drain isn't just about better salaries or lifestyles. For many, it's about a system that makes them feel their potential is capped at home. When top talent leaves, India loses innovators who could drive progress. But is the reservation only issue, or is there more to the story? Despite the criticism, reservation remains vital for many. India's caste system still creates barriers. Rural SC/ST students often attend underfunded schools, with 40% lacking access to quality coaching. According to a 2022 NITI Aayog report, reservation has helped produce doctors, engineers, and civil servants from communities that were once excluded. For example, in 2023, 25% of IS officers selected through UPSC were from SC, ST, OBC backgrounds, a significant rise from just the 10% in 1990s. Without quotas, many talented students from marginalized groups might never get a chance to compete. The data shows the reservation is working for some, but it's also clear the system isn't perfect. The question is, can India find a balance that rewards merit while addressing historical inequities? So, what is the solution? Experts suggest reforms like income based quotas to prioritize economically disadvantaged students across all categories. Others propose improving school infrastructure in rural areas to reduce the gap in preparation. A 2023 proposal by the Ministry of Education suggested periodic reviews of reservation policies to ensure they adapt to India's changing social and economic landscape. Technology could also help. Online education platforms are already making coaching more accessible, with platforms like Byju's and Physics Wala reporting a 30% increase in rural student enrollment in 2024. India's reservation system is a complex issue with no easy answers. It's about balancing fairness with opportunity, merit with equity. The goal isn't to dismantle reservation, but to refine it so that no student, regardless of their background, feels their dreams are out of reach. India's future depends on harnessing all its talent, not just some of it. India stands at crossroads. Its youth are its greatest asset, but only if the system allows them to shine. Reservation versus open merit isn't just a policy debate, it's about the dreams of millions and the future of a nation. The question isn't whether India can afford to support its marginalized communities, it's whether it can afford to lose its best minds. So, what do you think? Should reservation be reformed, or is it still the best tool for equality? Share your thoughts below and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for watching the full video and don't forget to subscribe for more insights.